What is up, guys? Interested everyone here, coming at you with my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. Now this is for all of you fun girls and fun boys who like this so much iconic card. Now, one thing to know is I do those deck profiles. Unfortunately, all of them are in still playtesting, but I want to show you my results. I just want to show you some engines and things that I think can work, and I just want your help to help me to just put them in the right place. So I would like and appreciate if you put your thoughts in the comment down below. But without further ado, with this nice intro, let's get started. So to start things off with the Dark Magician Girl, Magician Girls, not Dark Magician Girl, but Magician Girl monsters, you want to run Triple Berry. Berry is the Stratos of the deck. When she's normal summon, you add a Magician Girl from your deck to your hand. Her other effect is, when your opponent activates card effects that target this card or target this card for an attack, you can change this card battle position and then you special summon a Magician Girl from your deck, except Berry Magician Girl, which is really cool. I think this card is really important in a pure variant, and you want to run 3 of her. Next up, we want to run 1 copy of Lemon Magician Girl. Lemon Magician Girl is probably one of the worst, if not the worst, even though she's kind of cute as well. Her effect is once per turn, you contribute 1 Magician Girl monster except herself. Add a spellcaster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if this card is target for an attack, you can special summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand, but its effects are negated, if any. Then change the attack position to that monster that you just special summon, the spellcaster special summon from the hand, and then have the attack of the monsters that attacking. So basically, that's all of the above Dark Magician Girls, until Kiwi do. They have the attack of the attacking monster, and just like they're changing things. So the next one, which is I think is the second worst one, is Apple Magician Girl compared to the Magician Girls, except from Dark Magician Girl herself. This card, what it does, if this card is targeted for an attack, you can special summon 1 level 5 or lower spellcaster monster from your hand. So it's better from Apple because it does, not Apple but Lemon, because it does let you special summon a monster which still having its effects. And of course you change the target to the new monster and you have its attack of the monsters that attacking that new monster. Then, if this card is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can add up to 3 Magician Girls with from your with different name from your graveyard to your hand. The reason why I'm only running 1, because it just, when it dies, it can add even itself back, so I don't think I need more than 1 of this. It can add up to 3 monsters, so we can even have this get destroyed, then have this and this in the graveyard, and you can even add this one back. So in my opinion, you only need 1 apple. You could bump her up to 2, but I just think you only need 1. Next up, in my opinion, the best Magician Girl is triple copies of Choco. Now, Choco effect is, once per turn you can discard 1 spellcaster from your hand and then draw 1 card, which making it amazing for dig deeper into your deck. Her other effect, if you target for an attack, you can target 1 spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon it, except Choco Magician Girl, and then of course have the attack of the attacking monster, which is really cool. I love this card, and it's really pretty much one of the best Magician Girls in the deck. Next up, if not the best one, of course. Next up, you want to play triple of the Honest of the deck, or Collude, or whatever you like to call it. This is, or the booster actually. This card is Kiwi Magician Girl. Now, Kiwi Magician Girl is very important in my opinion. Her effect is, during either player's turn, you can discard this card, then you can make all Magician Girl monsters you control gain 300 attack for and defense, of course, for each Magician Girl with different name from on your field or in the graveyard, which is really cool, because by itself you can make a monster like it, and the monsters that you basically want to save boost itself by 600, which is really cool. And then of course it's only until the end of the turn. Now, if this card is on the field, spellcaster monster type monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect, which is amazing. So this card is pretty cool, making all of your Magician Girls to be what you called Magispector. So that's actually really cool. Well, not Magispector, because they can be targeted, but they cannot be destroyed. So it's half Magispectors. It doesn't really matter, but you know what I mean. So yeah, triple of that, and then the double of the OG Dark Magician Girl. Now, the reason why I'm running only 2 Dark Magician Girl, because she's probably the most breaking out of all of them. Even Kiwi is kind of better, because you could use her by sending her to the graveyard, and she once again, I said, like a hand trap. And Dark Magician Girl is probably the worst one in terms of, like, utility, but she's mostly needed, so that's why I think like you want to run her at 2, unlike Lemon and Apple, which in my opinion the 2 other worst ones. But that's pretty much it for that, and that's pretty much it for all of the Magician Girls. Pretty nice chunk of Magician Girls, in my opinion, the most healthy one. You can disagree, but that's totally up to you. Next up, for the other support of the deck, I run 2 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician and 2 copies of Dark Magician. The reason behind this lineup is I want to have another monsters that help me to put rank 6s on board, and just getting Dark Magician, which can be also nice if it get to the graveyard, boosting my Dark Magician Girl attack. And just in general, it's increased the ceiling of the deck and making the ability to use some spells and traps that your Dark Magician Girls cannot use. So that's pretty much it for that. That's pretty much it for this engine. And then to wrap up all the other cards, I'm running 2 copies of Summoner Monk, 1 copy of Spellbook of Prophecy, and then the 1 copy of the Maxi. Now, the reason behind Maxi is pretty simple. It's a hand trap. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, because we have the Spellbook engine, and it's pretty nice. And Summoner Monk is just helpful to make rank 4 with your Chaka Magician Girl, which is really cool. You have nice amount of spells anyway, so why not put them to good use? And that's pretty much it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. So for starting off with the spells, you run 2 copies of Eye of Demise, because this card just lets you special summon Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, which is really nice in the deck. You don't have to run this if you don't want to run her at all, so you could cut this card completely. I just felt like this is pretty much necessary right now, because it's really fun. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for that. Next up, we're playing we're playing 1 Dark Burning attack, because it's a Dark Magician Girl deck, and this is a built-in Raigeki for Dark Magician Girls, which is really cool. Next up, we're playing 1 Dark Magic Inheritance. We're playing other cards in the deck that list specifically Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in their text, so that's why I decided to play 1 Inheritance, which is really cool. So that's pretty much it for those. And then for the other Dark Spellcaster support, I'm running double copies of Dark Magic Vil. This card is actually what makes Dark Magician Girl less bricky, or even Dark Magician, because you have this in the hand, you pay 1000 life points, and you just special summon a spellcaster from your hand, which is really cool. I love this card. This card is pretty powerful. And that's pretty much it for that. And now for the draw power of the deck, you want to run double copies of Spellbook of Secrets and double Spellbook of Knowledge. Really simple for every spellbook, and not spellbook, but spellcasters in general, and pretty much the generic spellbook engine with Prophecy, so that's really cool. And then we're also running 2 copies of Pot of Duality, because once again, just like the Dark Magician deck, I feel like this is the best last draw power, because it could be bad, but you have also a Summoner Monk to just discard it, which is really nice, but it does help you during the first turns that you actually need it. And that's pretty much it for the spells. Now we move on for the traps. So for traps, I'm running pretty much a gimmicky spell in my opinion. Traps are, in my opinion, it's Magician's Defense. I just running it because I like it. You don't have to run it if you don't want it, but it's just really fun for me. It cut opponent attacking monster attack and any damage by half for 1 time, which is really cool. So that's why I'm running it at 2. Next up, we're only playing 2 copies of Magician Navigation, because Magician Navigation is a nice card to just help you just unclog those Dark Magicians out of your hand, and just special summon also a Dark Magician Girl from your deck. Really cool, and also help you deal with field spells. I might consider maybe cutting it down to 1, but I still like this card pretty much, so that's the reason I apply it. Then 1 copy of Dark Renewal, you already know what Dark Renewal does, and then pretty much the 2 copies of Lost Wind, which I like to just throw into extra protection. Once again, you can cut those or even cut those, you can do whatever you want, and that's pretty much it for that. Now for all of you who are asking why the heck I don't run Dark Magical Circle, the problem with Dark Magical Circle is, say, Dark Magician monsters and then Dark Magician spells and traps. You can only search those. Same goes with Road, and because of that, I don't want to use those in the deck because they're just taking the Magician Girl in the aspect. Even though it might be more consistent, it does take the part of the Magician Girl and make it more focused on Dark Magician, and that's something I don't want because I want to show you a Dark Magician Girl deck profile, not an original Dark Magician with just an aspect of Dark Magician Girl to help it. I don't think that's what I want to show you, so that's why I did that. So if you're asking, and that's pretty much it for the main deck. Just want to throw it out there, but now we'll move on to the extra deck without any more delays. So to start things off, we're running 2 copies of Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. Really awesome card. Help you just discard a card and just pop a card during either player's turn, which is really cool. Then it's also really nice because it's a level 7. Synergizes really well with Dark Magician to help you some rank 7 plays. And just in general, a really awesome card, so I like this card really much at 2. Then 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, just because we have Dark Magician, why not to use it? Same goes for Amulet Dragon, and same goes for Dark Paladin. All of those free, I just have the place, why not to just put them in? And that's pretty much it for your fusions. 5 fusions, you don't need any more than that. Next up for your Xyz, so first off for the rank 6s, I'm running the rank 6s that I have unfortunately, but if you have better ones, run them. So I'm running 1 copy of number 24 Dragonilus, the Vampiric Dragon, sorry. And then number 21 Frozen Lady Justice, and then to wrap up the rank 6s, I run 1 copy of Utopia Beyond. Utopia Beyond, you're probably going to run Frozen Lady Justice. You could actually run her and have like a good time because you can even just bring it out from rank 4, which is really cool. So you can bring it out with 3500 attack, which is really nice. And she destroyed any other monster in defense position. Really nice. And that's pretty much it for that. And then you know what Dragonilus Leech does. Now, if you have other rank 6s that are better, like Naruto the Mover Leader, I would run those. I really wish that we have Dark Magician Girl because it just fits so well in this deck, but unfortunately we don't. And that's pretty much it for that. Now we're also running 1 copy of Gaia the Dragon the Thunder Charger because it's just really nice after you use your monsters. Those are rank 6s, so you can just slap this on top of them, which is really cool. And that's pretty much it for that. And then for the other rank 7s, I'm running 1 copy of Ebon Illusion Magician, and then oh, sorry, I'm just revealed the rank 4, so we're already going to reveal that. But the last rank 7 is Ebon Illusion Magician, because it just really have synergy in the deck, so why not run it? It's just the best rank 7 I can think of. And then for the rank 4s, unfortunately I reveal it already, but I'm running 1 copy of Dark Rebellion, 1 copy of Baguska, because we mostly don't bring more than 1 monster, and he's just here to sit on it, so that's pretty much it for him. 1 Castell, 1 Abyss Dweller, and the 1 copy of number 52 Diamond Crab King for OTKs, essentially. Those 2 are pretty much for OTKs. Those 2 are just, those 3 are mostly for utility. You already know what there does, and I don't need to explain those. And that pretty much does it for my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. So, hope you guys enjoy. This is a really nice deck. I really enjoy it. But, like I said a million times, I just need to still playtest it. So, hope you guys enjoy this one again. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And remember, creativity is the key in this game. Have a good day, guys.